This is Matthew Schaefer and his fiancée, Amanda Wooldridge. Matt is a packaging engineer and Amanda works for a technology company. They've been a part of each other's lives for quite some time.
We met 1.5 million years ago at Michigan State. We didn't start dating then, but that's when we met.
This is where they live, but their living space wasn't always this cool. They moved to Chicago from California back in 2011 and went through several apartments before deciding to buy.
When we moved to Chicago, we first moved to Wicker Park. Shortly after, we moved to Lincoln Park Old Town. The third location was in Old Town, but we had to move into an apartment across the street in Old Town, and that was 4 moves in 5.5 years.
Yeah, we moved a lot.
Yeah, moved a lot.
They decided it was time to start talking the big adult step of buying their first home.
We had talked about it and kind of come up with really like what we could afford in our minds, like, you know, how much could we afford to put down, and then, you know, it started to become more real.
But besides knowing they'd need money, they didn't really know where to start. Luckily, a friend recommended StartingPoint Realty. This is Ryan Gable. He's the founder of StartingPoint.
We met Ryan, the owner, and he introduced us to Kelly, who was our agent.
Just sat down for a good hour, and he kind of just walked us through the process.
During their discussion, it became clear that the first step in home buying is to speak with a lender and get pre-approved. The best part is that Amanda and Matt discovered this was the easiest step, but there were more to come.
Getting the bank to say, okay, yeah, we'll be willing to loan you this money. I was like, it's kind of nuts.
From there, Kelly let the hunt begin, and since this wasn't her first time working with first-time homebuyers, she wanted to let Matt and Amanda see just about everything at the start in order to get a sense of what they were even looking for.
We looked at a lot of places. Kelly was very patient with us because it was at least 30 places. Yikes.
She got them to just start looking, and from there, they began to figure out what they liked and didn't like. Several months into the process, Kelly took them to see a little gem in Boys Town.
We walked in at like 6 o'clock, and the sun was still coming in through the windows, and it was just a warm and inviting space, and something felt right about it.
It kind of checked off everything that we wanted, and that, to Amanda's point, the uniqueness of it is kind of really what won us over in the end. It's different than what we've seen.
They loved that it was close to the lake, close to the Red Line, and it was pretty clutch that Lakeshore Trail was nearby for taking their dog Brody for runs.
We left and decided that we think we're going to make an offer, like, we really like this place.
Once it's offer time, the real estate agent has to determine market value of the property, and to do that, they need to pull comparable sales that have sold in the last 12 months in the same building and immediate area. So Kelly provided those to Matt and Amanda to help them decide what bid to put in.
That was a really great thing that Kelly was able to pull the comparables for us so that when we made our best and final, we felt confident. We're like, if we get it, this is amazing. But if we don't get it, like this is as much as we want to spend for this.
Once the people accepted their bid, things got real. Like, we're gonna buy a house real. They got the home inspection set up, attorney lined up, and started shopping around for the best mortgage rate. Then got HOA documents reviewed and accepted.
Well, Kelly facilitated all of it, but we just had to sign a couple of things.
And just like that, it was time to close.
We did a final walkthrough right before we came to closing. And so we came here first. They had moved out. Everything was gone. So it was the first time we ever saw it empty. Yeah. We went to a building downtown in the Loop in Chicago and sat in a room with our lawyer and their lawyer.
And their broker, too.
And signed away everything. It was a lot of signing. It was like a good hour and a half, 2 hours of just sitting and signing papers. And
he would summarize everything for us and be like, okay, and then on to the next one.
Yeah.
Your hand is cramping from all the signatures, and Kelly had snacks. And then at the end of signing 1 million documents, we got 4 sets of keys, and we were like, oh my God, this place is ours now.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go back to work, so that was really anticlimactic because it was in the middle of the day. We came here that night, and we had a beverage here, sat on the floor, and had the celebratory glass of wine. It was awesome.
Matt and Amanda started this journey without knowing anything about how this home buying thing worked. No first-time homebuyer really does. Let us help you through every step of the process. Be like Matt and Amanda.